Football, for the love of the game.
Hello, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. Today is not for any news. Today is just to those that are actually what I that couldn't speak on Friday can comment. But I want to greet you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Gaant Football, and always happy to be here. Guys, if you are just joining me, please, if you are new here, subscribe to the channel. Then, if you are just joining too, please like the video and also try and click on the notification bell so that anytime we are live here, you will have access to the content that is actually what coming up here. So it's going to be very fast, like I told you, and I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat box. So then I will put the link in the chat box quickly so that if you want to join, just come and join quickly. So I will not be able to come on Monday earlier, because it's late and I don't even know. I want people to actually that were not able to talk on Friday. She can talk today in case they are available. I promised yesterday, but unfortunately I couldn't actually make it. So let me just say that some things quickly. Just quick news before I move on. So earlier, a few minutes ago, Brazil got knocked out of the World Cup. By Norway. Nobody expected the results to come like this, and the curse continue because Brazil have failed to Brazil since 2006. Brazil has been knocked out of the World Cup by European nations. So in 2006, France beat Brazil. In 2010, Netherlands beat Brazil. In Yeah, these are part of those that joined on Friday. I'm talking about Adimola. They say, I don't want to bring new people, but no problem. Um, Netherlands, is it Netherlands in Netherlands in 2010, 2014, Germany, 2018, I think, was he so it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So they have failed to beat a European nation, for the past how many editions now. So the curse continues. Again today, they lost to Norway. So people don't know this. They have never beaten Norway before in the history of in history. So I'm not surprised, that they lost this game. I knew that the game is going to be very close margin um because in what's it called? Because when I realized that it's going to be Alan against Gabriel, I knew that Alan will look for a way to get, to actually want to beat Gabriel. But that is either here or there now. But they lost. And earlier yesterday to Morocco, one of Africa representative beats Canada 3-0 to progress to the round of eight, that is quarterfinals, and also later to France to fought a big battle. They beat Paraguay in a very tasty encounter. They beat Paraguay by 1 goal to nothing. So the World Cup has been very interesting. In few minutes time or few hours time, England will play against Mexico in Mexico City. So that is that on the World Cup. So very interesting, conversations around the World Cup, and it's just been very interesting. So I'm going to go back to the World Cup very quickly, but I'm just trying to wait for maybe some people want to join in. Those that not allowed to join on Friday, I didn't talk on Friday. So earlier, there's a news flying around too. So CAF just announced that Abeokuta, Ikene, and Uyo will be the stadium that can host CAF competition in what's it called next year. So good to see that we have 3 stadiums. Before it used to be 2 stadiums that can host what CAF Champions League. So, but we now have 3 stadiums. I think it's good, but only one can host the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That is Uyo. So, and earlier this morning, you guys know this one already that a Nigeria Golden Eaglet, they lost 2-3 to Tanzania in a friendly game in China. It was a very poor performance by the boys, but I understand that this is the first game. Let's see exactly, what they can do in the second game. So, and also employ the coach too, that he should scout players, around the country, not just in a particular position. I think they should scout players in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country so that you can get more players. You can't just say the best players are in Lagos State. You want to pick the players from Lagos State. I think it needs to go around the country, go to Southwest, sometimes Southeast, go to South, go to Jos, go to Kaduna. You will see good players there that can actually help your team. But if you say you focus on, Lagos, I think it's not probably the right thing to actually do. So, I wish him the very best of luck. I like, when you give young coaches opportunity, but sometimes too they have to make it count. That's the that is the most important thing. So another thing that actually happened to the Nigeria women team too, the what's it called? The under 17, the Flamingos, they narrowly beat the Republic 2-1. So 3-2, sorry, in a very tasty game too in the Kenya. The game was like could have been a draw, but I can tell you that the second leg is going to be very, very tough. It's very, very tough, very, very tough. And I just hope that they can escape through. And talking about progressing, the Benin Republic team, they played with their senior players. So they play with the players that play against Falcons. This girl played against Falcons, in the WAFCON qualifier, and they are using her again for under 17. So that's just that. I don't want to give the coach any ideas. But if the coach too is very wise, he should go and bring players from the Flamingos under 20s to come and play that game too. Because this girl, she's too strong than all of them. She was just like, oh, she's too strong. She's like a different level. Someone that played against Ashley Plunter, played against against our main national team. He's now playing against under 17. Come on. It's like you are bringing Ajibade to come to come and play for under 17. Come on. I think CAF should look for a way to to arrange this thing. Come on. She just bulldozed those players. I watched her like, this game must be probably not within that range. So if the coach is wise too, the coach should go to Togo. Togo is the return leg. Is where they play the return leg. I think next weekend. She should go there. He should go there and go and praise with the Falconet players. Falconets. He should go there too. Those Falconet players that are under 17. He should go there and play with them because if they are not careful, they will lose that game in Togo and they will crash out. So that will be the second time, and Nigeria will not play. So, in my own opinion, I think I don't want to encourage the coach, but I think we need to, take care because they can't be using overage players against Nigeria. And I'm not saying we should use overage, but Falconet that are under 16, under 17 should be used to prosecute that game too. So I'll put the link again, for people to actually to join. I'm talking about Aida Man. I really want to hear his opinion if he's still here. That's why I came late. I didn't want to come earlier today. I came late because I think American people should be slightly free around this time. That's why I'm coming late. So finally, Eric Shell. So there's been like news flying around that the NFF, did not extend Eric Shell's contract. So the issue is this: if there's a verbal agreement, you get the guys that I want to come safe. Okay, they are the ones on the waiting room. Tayo and Adedamola, we probably Henry too, and they're not here now. But okay, are we? So So, I don't know, but I just tell you that based on, my information too, there are two things that is actually what happening, and two things can actually what coexist too. They have agreed with Eric Shell, the contract, but the problem is that, you know, there's nothing is signed yet. So if the NFF, if the NFF, they did not, maybe probably something actually what happened along the way, and the contract is not actually what renewed. The NFF already said, you know what, they know the narrative to present that Eric Shea is the one that did not, fulfill his own part of the contract. See, it's just a very messy thing. I know that it's on the table. The two lawyers are they're working towards it to make it happen. But my problem is just that you know getting a coach should not be a problem like this. I know that some people in the NFF, their job is to go and get foreign coach, to go and do racketing and get foreign coach. That's where they make their money. That is where they make their money. But I just think that countries like Brazil, they are struggling. They have everything. They are struggling. Countries like Germany, they have everything. They are struggling. They are struggling. They still have everything. Also, like Holland, Netherlands, they have everything. They are struggling. You have nothing. The ones where you have, you won't throw it away. Hey, I just look at it and say, it's better for us to just say that we don't want to play football again in this country. Just to get a coach is not a big problem like this. To get a coach, Brazil got coach, got facilities, got everything. They're still struggling. Germany, they got everything. They are still struggling. And you, when you got 30, just small stability, where you won't get, have a stable coach. Because if you allow this man to go, NFF will not employ a coach. To get a coach, ordinary coach, you are still dancing around naked. Hey! So, see, it's better for us to say we are no longer a footballing nation. Let us go and support different nationality. If this coaching job will become messy like this, I know some people want to chop money. Some people want to get money, chop money. I know. But the problem is, like, maybe some of you, you don't know the damage that these guys have done for Nigerian football. All these Ibrahim Guso, all these NFF people. Maybe you will know them better if they start wearing bandit clothes. All those bandit clothes. If they start wearing bandit clothes, you know that these people are very dangerous. Small stability. You are still dancing around. Now they went to go and bring Salisu Yusuf. We'll say, okay, you know what? If Erisha did not sign, they will bring a Guavon coach Super Eagle, Salisu Yusuf, coach under 23. Salisu Yusuf, I don't know what else again to say. I tire for these people. They should try and get the job done, But for me, I just tire. I'm going to give people guys 2 minutes or so to talk. I will start to wait for them, and if it's not actually what they actually want leave. So let me bring Zizo on quickly. So okay, Zizo. Zizo, how are you?
Sweet.
You will be busy this time around, I know.
Yeah, I know. Long time.
Yeah.
But
How's it
I'm
going?
watching some of your this thing, but I don't have time to come in. That's why.
I know, I understand.
Nigeria, my country, man. It's not easy. If if we miss this man, Nigeria should forget about football. If Nigeria miss this man, whatever they want to do, if they like, let them
But
be doing politics.
what they are saying is that what they will say is this. I'm just giving you information because if it happens now, those might not tell you. What they will say is this: that now we get Eric Chair for you now. Don't worry, we'll go and get another person.
Okay. If they if they try to mess up and this man leave Nigeria, Nigerian football the way it is now, yeah, Nigeria will go down. Nigeria, even Nations Cup. You see all this one we are seeing semi-final. Nigeria will not come out from their group stage again. Nations Cup, I'm telling you. Even to qualify, it will be a Nigeria qualifying for World Cup. Nations Cup will be like Nigeria qualifying for World Cup. They don't know what this man is doing. Anyway, that is about that because NFF is wasting our football. They are wasting our time. Everything is not about politics. You understand? Everything is not about politics. We didn't go to World Cup. They are there playing politics. To sign contract is a problem. If they don't sign this man now, they will go and bring cassava farmer to come and coach Nigeria. They will start doing politics. Where if they want to get players, they will go and invite all these people that are playing to aside to come and play Super Eagle. No, but all these foreign national, foreign born players, so none of them will be interested in playing for Nigeria again. Is it this our league that is not good? They will go and pick players from there to come and play qualifying Nations Cup and World Cup. Yeah, these people they don't know what they are. But Smith, what I want to say, who is funding our basketball and all these basketballers? Who is funding them because they are doing well?
Yeah, I think that they are doing well. You see, Zizo is planning. That's why I say that I spoke to somebody that is very close to them in the Federation. I don't want to mention name, and I explained my mind to him that just do the right thing. You see, is it? Are you a wicked person? Are you guys just wicked? You see, Zizo, just say 1 + 1 is 2. Not just do the right thing. You see, Nigerian football, we are not really sick that much. We're not sick that much.
No, not at all.
Just do the right thing. Do the right thing. See, this not what you see here. You know that they were in the 98 World Cup. So you know that for a long time, they did not qualify for Euros, for World Cup. You know what they did?
Yeah.
They went to go and build pitches around Norway to allow young players to develop. Look at the result today now.
Yeah, exactly.
Brazil keep on marketing players to Europe. Look at where they are now.
They are strong. I watched their game today. I was like, what is this people playing safe?
Yes.
Yeah? So what are they playing? Very sluggish. Very sluggish. They're playing poorly, all of them. It's like all of them too heavy. Nigeria will not play under a shell like this.
You know, part of the problem they also have is this. That's why I want everybody to learn. Is that since Brazil started sending their best players to Europe, that Europe is now helping them to train the players. That is how they spoil Brazilian football.
Yeah, they are losing quality. It's not Brazil like before.
Some of these players you see, for example, now players like Vinicius Junior, the boy never developed finish before they bring him Real Madrid. Look at now, the boy from Chelsea, Estavio, never developed finish, then bring him. Enrique never developed finish, then bring him. Those guys did not play the way Ronaldo played before coming to PSV. They did not play the way Bebeto played before coming out. The way Cafu played, the way Carlos played. So it's like this is our raw material. Help us develop it so they can now make it the way they like. I will now give you. Imagine a player like Igor Thiago playing for Brazil. So that is the problem. So the problem is there. See, Germany don't produce players where they did well. They don't produce flair.
Technical players.
It's sharp to action. Now I see Jamal Musiala dribbling. Germany don't dribble. So all these countries, they are a problem.
No, big problem. I was watching your program the other day. I nearly come in, but I was interested in that program because when I was telling people that where you will get talent is very easy to get talent because where you will get talent is all this community, all this local
Yeah, yeah,
area. That is where we will pick talent. It's not all this over as in all these people that are
yeah.
already made. It's
Wait a
not
minute.
already made. Where you
Zizou.
will get raw talent is
Yeah,
in community,
yeah.
but
Let,
people
let me
don't
give you another
know.
example. Zizou. Holland. She had not see Holland. They went to go and play five at the back.
Nah,
To tell
I
you,
watch.
say,
I watch. Hi.
to tell you,
Oh
say,
my God.
let me tell you something. See, if see, it go get to you know that Germany have fully played one knockout game since they won the World Cup.
Since 2006,
14.
isn't it?
14.
14, yeah, 14,
That is
yeah,
12 years.
14.
One knockout game since they won the World Cup. And this is the first knockout game against
And
so what?
even in 2030, they are not even sure.
See, no, they can qualify, but are they going to progress?
No, I
So
mean to go
to
far.
go further, no.
They don't
See,
have that quality player. Maybe
look
in
at
future they
you
will
have
have,
to
maybe in 2 years' time, or but as it is now, they
under
don't have any
failed
quality
country.
players now.
Under failed country is Italy.
Italy,
So
Italy don't even have any players at all.
any. So the
No,
problem, see, if Nigeria, see, you know, say, sorry, you know, say, there was a time that we don't get play again. You remember 2015 AFCON, 2015, would they call Hope Akpan?
15,
Remember?
17. Yeah,
Would they call Hope Akpan? Would they call
yeah, all
Sonia
these
Aliko?
average players will not get anything
They
at all.
call all these this guy, what this guy's name? Aaron Simon. Remember? He was playing for Norway.
China.
One Norway.
Philippe was
So
playing in China.
China, would they
Yeah.
call players like that in 2015? Then we don't finish. Those guys could not go to AFCON. 2 AFCONs in a row, 2015, 2017. You know, say, see, these people, they are joking with everything because this football, you go get to a stage that even Seb now, them say, put this down on top of that job, they will not see something to chop again
Yeah.
because football will don't finish.
But are they not seeing all these basketballers, our national team basketballer? Who? That's like I said, and like I asked you this question: who is funding those people? Why are they doing well? What is there that like, our football everybody likes it? We can invest.
You cannot invest. But Uche, let me hear from you quickly. I'm waiting for them now. Uche, sorry, let me just take super chat quickly from Charles. Guso and Nico are very deceitful. See, I had my suspicion when I see Eric Share in the picture. These guys are horrible. Let me tell you something. See, when I come here and say that Sheu Diko's behavior is like, with due respect to him, it's like somebody that's somebody that starts with that thing that starts with 4 and end with 9. Honestly, see, you just don't know. He announced 1 billion for league. League will not get value. Where do you want to get the money from?
I was shocked when I hear that 1 billion
yes,
of it.
See, see. Oh, but
it's not even the priority. Big money is not the priority in a league that is not developed at all.
The problem is this:
How do you want to
pay people 2 million
as
minimum wage?
League that some of the club that are training in the secondary school. They are using secondary school pitches to do training. You are putting 1 billion. What is 1 billion going to do for them?
Where? Who is the sponsor?
Who is the sponsor? That is it. My God, these people are very useless. Instead of them to go to Europe and ask the FA, study them, how they develop their league. They are there pumping, putting 1 billion that they know that on a very good day they will not be able to pay those people 1 billion if they win the league.
Yeah, no problem. See, let me take the final topic because I don't let me take the final topic, Zizo.
The thing is that, like I said to you, I don't want to waste your time. If Nigeria, this is the only sports that is giving everybody joy. Yeah, they want to take it away from us. Maybe everybody in that country will become a bandit. That is what they want. I'm telling you, that is the truth. That's the only thing they want everybody to become. Because I don't know what's the reason why the only thing that's making people happy, they want to take it away from people. Yeah, they are everything is politics, 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 politics. Even to sign, the money is there. You don't even have money to sign a national team coach. You are putting 1 billion in a league that doesn't make any sense. All the whole pitches is nonsense. Yeah,
There's
I've
too
said it
big.
the other day. Let them reduce that league to 10. It's better. We have only 10 clubs.
Oh, they want to take it to 24.
Yeah, it's better not instead of having 20, it's better we have 10 and manage that 10. At least if you see the quality of players that are playing in those club 10 club, they will make sense. All this one they are playing, some of them are buying themselves in to play for a club in Nigeria. It's not that they are talented, they are not talented.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with you. Nizo,
Now, let
thank you
me
for
leave
your
you
time.
guys. I'm
Yeah.
tired of Nigeria. Sef. Anytime I hear something about NFF, I feel like using hammer to enter glass house and
Because we
start
came and
putting all of
celebrate
them. Oh
to
my
celebrate
God,
these
these
things.
people are
It's just
useless.
that,
Bunch of useless people. I'm telling you.
like according to Egbete, say that the only achievement that the Diko had with this when he became NSC chairman is to marry a new wife. That there's no achievement apart from that.
And
It's
another thing,
just-
some of them, somebody, I don't know whether you see this thing on this thing. I don't know whether, but I don't think it's from them. They were comparing Menaho and Iguavon. I said, how can you compare dark light and darkness? Iguavon is darkness. Why the other guy is light?
They're not serious. Thank you, Zizo. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Ushe, your thoughts.
Yeah. Yes. My thoughts is in regards to this coaching dilemma we are in right now, or a contract extension. So, do they have a plan? That's one thing.
Mhm.
If they do have a plan, and maybe Erichel has a plan, but now there's another variable coming in, Algeria, because from the money that they are quoting, and that Algeria won't lose very juicy, and they have like
So,
young
guys, like the
talent.
video, guys, like the video. Only 21 likes.
Yes,
160
and
people
they
watching.
have,
So continue. Ushe.
yes, and they have a very young budding talent.
Mhm.
So would he prefer that project where he knows that his money is guaranteed, or he will take a project that would ensure that a lot of talents, because Nigeria has more pool of talents to
Mhm.
to choose from. Does he want that gig? Now the problem is, looks like NFF, or should I say Guso and the General Secretary, they are using this contract extension as a bargaining chip to ensure that they come back in September, because with the
Mhm.
way it's going, the reason why they're dragging it. So now the problem is, does Shehu Diko want these same guys that have ensured that we this World Cup cycle we did not make any money? Because it's like you invested in the last 4 years, and at the end of the day, there was no money to show for it. So federal government invested into this business, and at the end of the day, they did not get any money from it. There was no profit. So
Mhm.
it's a loss. How do you go for a qualifying series, and the prize money for the qualifying series is $9 million, and at the end
Mhm.
of the day, you came back home with $0?
Mhm.
And you were still having arguments with players about their bonuses that you were supposed to have paid for.
Mhm.
The rumor has it that the government had already disbursed the money.
Mhm.
So what happened? So they played with this, and now you have an opportunity to correct these wrongs and ensure that in 2030 we are returning back to the World Cup we have a very high chance of getting to the quarterfinal. Nobody can say now that you can't get to the quarterfinal if it's your first time of appearing in a long while. No, we did it.
Yeah.
No, we won Brazil to the quarterfinal, and they've not been at the Mundial since 1998.
Uh-huh.
But they appear now and they are getting to the quarterfinal. So if we do eventually qualify for 2030 World Cup, there's a possibility that we can get to the quarterfinal, we can
Yeah.
get to the semi-final, and that is big money. So the thing is, what do NFF want? Because this small money that they are collecting in 2030 to dry up if we don't qualify for World Cup.
I don't know, but I just put it this way. It's about selfish interest because when Nigeria failed to go to Qatar World Cup, some of these people celebrated that we are not going. Amaju Pinnick will not be able to go for that time. So it's not about Nigeria not qualifying. It's about, you know what? We want to remove Amaju Pinnick. I get what I'm trying to say. So this one too now, it's not about not qualifying for the World Cup. It's about, you know what? We want to bring changes now. You know, so the same thing too, we also play itself in the next World Cup. That some people will get somewhere say they will sabotage everything to make sure, because let me tell you something there. Some people sabotage this World Cup qualification to make sure that they qualify so that they can bring changes. It's politics.
Where I believe this is, we had a game against South Africa, and usually when you're going for a away match, someone has to go before the team gets there, right? To know what is available, check the pitch, whether they need to make complaint about the pitch. So we had about how many months or how many weeks? I remember when you kept mentioning that this pitch that South Africa wants to use is bad though. It's bad though that we need to have that they play rugby there, that they need to take a look at it and submit a petition for there to be a change of location in regards to the pitch. I even remember when Google Bruce kept complaining that are we going to use that pitch, like creating awareness, and it was only at that time it was more like an awareness for Nigeria to take up that case, take it to CAF or take it to FIFA and say we don't want to play on this pitch because of this. And if it's true or if it's factual, they'll give us a better pitch. Because after playing that game, we lost. I know could not play at the Nations Cup.
And since then,
Since then, it's been having issues from one injury to another. Even after he got back, he picked up another muscle-related injury. So if this is like, what do they want? What do they really want? Like, you're not doing the work. You're not moving the pin. In the last 8 years, we've not qualified for World Cup, but you still want to remain.
I told people, I said, Ibrahim, I told somebody very close to that place, I said, he's not a football lover that much. So he's just there for power. So when you are there, it's for power. It's not, so for my opinion now, it's not his thing. But all this FIFA politics and everything, it's getting position, it's getting money, it's getting influence. It's okay. So that is what they are building on. It's not his thing. Now, anything they do, score, be artists, they play, they like. It's not football, it's not his thing. So, but because there's money there, everything is there. That's why they stay in this sport. If it's something that is passion, it's okay. They will not run the way they run it like this. See, there's so many flaws. See, in Kigali, they were asking for where is the NFF president in the game against Rwanda in Kigali? They now called him in Abuja. He doesn't want to distract the Super Eagles, before he came later. You understand what I'm trying to say? So he's someone that I told that person I was talking to them, I said, that this guy is not competent. It's just let's just have somebody that can just be sane, that can just like the sport and do the right thing. I know that they want to use this thing to play politics, and the qualification will start again. I'm hearing that towards September, they want the draws for the World Cup qualifier. They want to do the draws for the World Cup qualifier. So they're deliberating what to use because FIFA have already announced that Africa will be having 8 slots.
8.
Yes, plus 1/3. So the reason why it's 8 slots is because Morocco will qualify automatically. So
Okay,
other
9
African countries will fight for the rest
for the
8
8.
slots. So people say, oh, they will take you from Asia. No,
No.
Asia will still maintain their slots.
So
So
that's more competition. And now
yeah,
you realize that countries like Cape Verde, they're not
yes.
they are going to put up
So
a fight.
it's not going to be easy. They're looking for which format to use. Maybe probably to eliminate the lower ranked team first. And
Yes.
now put the what's it called? The big countries in like a group
32 man
stage
group.
for this thing. So it's not going to be very easy. It's not going to be very easy. So if you want to do it, it's now that we should start planning. Because what you know, see, the first game is from the first. See, when we beat Zambia in Lusaka, I have an idea
Lusaka,
that
that first game.
let's
Yeah,
say we
it
go
was
this World Cup.
qualifying. Yeah.
The away game there under Ganetra, we won 2-1.
It
No,
was
2-1.
it was yeah, 2-1. It was
Yes.
Iwobi
You know,
and Ihe
it will
Nacho.
be an sure. You know, when we
Yes.
won 2-1 and we came back to beat, was it Algeria in Uyo? 3-1. We had 6 points already on the right track. So this thing starts from the first 2 games. Now in this last World Cup, the first 2 games. So we drew. So let me answer your question. People in Dola, thank you, in Dola. People ask me this question at Eric Shea. See, Eric Shea is having 2 different backroom staff, according to what I should hear. So some people will be for R23, not for the Super Eagles. Super Eagles backroom staff will actually what will remain. It's okay. So it's not as if there's going to be a conflict of interest. And secondly, too,
Okay.
Nigeria will not be playing AFCON R23 qualifier in September because Nigeria will be drawn. You know, they will pass us. They drawn by. They call it drawn by to the next stage. So we join them from the next stage. We play 2 qualifiers. I think 1 in November and 1 in March. So we're not going to start in September. Let me just put it that way.
Okay, so that
So
will
I never
actually
just
give you
post you there.
opportunity to.
Is there any final thoughts from you, Uche? Before I actually let you go.
They should get the deal done. Like we we actually on the right path if we can seal this deal. But if Algeria takes him from us, no more nations. We are not going to win Nations Cup again.
You know what happened? You know, Algeria is rich. Algeria paid Petkovic 1 million euros
Yeah, to go.
to go.
That and they're telling Eric Chell to come. Like,
Can NFF pay somebody 1 million euro to go? He said,
see,
please, we want to pay you this 1 million euros. Go.
he might go to Algeria.
So, and also he's sitting and saying, if anybody, if you want to take any share, they will have to pay us his rest of his contract. How much is his contract left? Chicken change. Then that from pocket they go give you. So maybe that is the money they want to go and share. That is the reason why. That's the reason why they are shouting. How much is 50K, 50K, 60K? Take your money and go get out. You know, they have to pay. They have to pay also. You know. I tire for these people. I tire. Shameless people. Hey, thank you, Uche, for your time. We have to be fast. I just don't ever Adamola. They will close this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uche. Yeah. So Adamola, yeah. Let me hear from you directly. Okay, I think Nigeria must be good. It's already.
Hey, Smith, how you
Adamola.
doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. Good, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be on your show again today.
Yeah.
Before I start, you were talking about
Yo,
Eric
Smith, can you
Chell.
hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I can't hear you guys though.
Hey, you can come back, Richard.
Okay.
Yes.
We're talking about Eric Chell. Just because I was trying to read what is the latest about Eric Chell? Are they struggling to sign his contract?
They already have this verbal agreement with him, but it's just that they are, the way Nigeria remind you now, they're just dragging their feet slightly, dragging their feet slightly.
So that takes me to something I was going to talk about. I've been meaning to talk about this. In the course of the World Cup, I've not really had time to be on your show because I went to a couple of matches. I watched some games in the stadiums, and then, but I would normally hear people talk about if Nigeria was in this World Cup, we would have beaten this country, we would have beaten that country, we would have won our group. And this is one of the reasons why I'm like, I need to talk, And even you, I need to tackle you a bit, Smith. In one of your shows after the Senegal versus Iraq game, you were saying something like, "Oh, if it was Nigeria, we would have beaten them more than 5-0."
No, I said that first half, Okay, tackle me, please.
I'm like, Smith, are you no longer Nigerian? Is it not the same Nigerian football we've been watching since the 90s? Like, is there a second Nigeria again? Let me tell you something.
You want to hype the boys now.
Let's go back to history. You see, I don't believe in this talk all of if, and if. Let's just go back to our history. Let me tell you something. If Nigeria had qualified for this World Cup, now you're just talking now about what is going on, right, between NFF and Eric Chell. If Nigeria had qualified for this World Cup,
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I bet.
If Nigeria had qualified for this World Cup, there's a high chance that Eric Chell would not have been our coach. Now, let me take you back to our World Cup history. Nigeria's World Cup history has been very bad. Do you agree with me?
Mm-hmm.
Apart from 94, which was our first World Cup, so that one we are forgiven because it was our first World Cup and things happened, right? We did our best. What happened in France 98? We had the best team. Like we had the combination of the class of 94 and the Olympic team. Remember? We had your Peba, your Kanu, your Taribo West, Uche Okechukwu, our captain. We had all these players, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened before we played against Denmark? We heard some news, right? That a day before the match, some things happened, but we won't go into it. What happened in Paris stays in Paris. No, as they say, what happens in Vegas, it stays in Vegas. So we know, right? So what happened in Paris stays in Paris. So we won't talk about that, That was 98. We were kicked out 4-1. Have you forgotten? We were disgraced 4-1. Now, what happened in 2002 World Cup? Everything was settled. We had a team. We were ready to go for the World Cup. We went for AFCON. We came third. Just because we came third. Do you remember what happened after the AFCON?
Yes.
Like an evil spirit came on NFF. The kind of evil spirit that came upon King Saul in the Bible, that spirit came upon NFF. And they disbanded our team.
Yes.
Disbanded the coach that took us to the World Cup. Have you forgotten? It's not the same Nigeria we're talking about, or is it a different Nigeria you and I know?
Yeah. And sorry, let me just chip in something quickly. Just to say something. People might not know this thing. When the issue of bonus before this AFCON happened, the NFF was thinking that they want to disband this team and take home best players, according to what I hear. Let's continue, sorry.
So remember what happened, right? Even with the issue of bonus and everything, then the team was disbanded. Then the players all promised that, okay, that is it, we're not playing for Nigeria again. But we know what happened. Some politics were played. Some people went behind, they went to Kanu and then was it Taribo West and Okocha. Those ones went behind the back. They betrayed Olise. We know what happened. We now went to 2002. We took one Bartholomew Ogbeche. We said because he scored one bicycle kick. You know the same Nigeria you and I are talking about. Yeah. And then we went there. We saw what happened in that World Cup, right? That was 2002. 2006, we didn't qualify, so let's list down. 2010 World Cup, what happened? We made the same mistake that we made in 2002. The exact same mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is that we did not really have a good team, so there was no need disbanding a team that is not that good anyway. We sacked Amadou again second time.
Mm-hmm.
The same guy that qualified us for the World Cup, we fired him again second time. So we didn't learn anything from 2002. We fired him again. We now went to get one guy called not Iministinovic.
Nigeria must be good. When you are ready, I'll put you back. The light is reflecting. Don't worry. When you're ready to talk, I'll put you back. I'll put you on. Just wait. I'll put you on.
We went to get one guy called Lars Lagerbäck from Sweden. Have you forgotten?
Yeah.
Lars Lagerbäck. I don't think this guy has coached an African team before. How we got that man for me is still a mystery to today. I've never heard of that name before.
Because he beat Nigeria in 2002.
Oh, was he the coach of Sweden in 2002?
Yes.
Okay. So went to get him, Abi, but we still got him. Before the tournament, we sacked the coach that took us, that qualified us. We now brought him. I was in the stadium in South Africa when we played Nigeria versus Argentina. I saw how Messi was dribbling us. I'm like, you know what? I remember Rabia Folabi and what's his name? Was it Yobo? And Yobo, and who was that? Who was that? I think our left back was Afolabi that day.
We had Danny Shitu.
I remember Danny Shitu. I remember how Messi was just go. I'm like, who is this Messi? That was then. And I was like, okay, let me go and watch the second game. I remember I and my friends, we drove all the way from Joburg. We drove to Bloemfontein.
Yeah, Bloemfontein.
I never forget that day. Smith. True life story. We got there early. They were like, yes, Nigeria versus Greece will destroy. The same way you're saying that Nigeria would have destroyed Iraq. We will destroy Greece today. We destroy them. We dismantle them. We saw what happened. The journey back to Johannesburg that day, for me, I remember that was the longest journey of my life. I couldn't believe it. And I was saying, you know what? I'm not even going to watch this team again in the game against South Korea. That was how my World Cup enjoyment ended in 2010. So what I'm trying to tell you is that look at our World Cup history. It has been full of unseriousness. Then 2014, what helped us in 2014 was that we had a president, Goodluck Jonathan, who had a bit of passion for football. And so he was able to make sure that no matter what, Keshi must take us. So that one, at least we were able to push through for Keshi to take us to 2014 World Cup. You know. So now, talking about this World Cup, you've seen the body language of the Nigerian media, the set of 94, certain players and cabals. You've seen their body language towards Eric Chell.
Yeah.
Secondly, we have seen what happened in 2022 World Cup qualifiers, whereby when we're about to play our last game against Ghana, you and I are both Nigerians, we remembered very well that a certain Onazi appeared in the team sheet of Eguavon.
Yes.
Make that make sense to me. Onazi appeared in this list. When they now asked Eguavon that, how did Onazi enter your list against Ghana? He said, some people are trying to pacify. So he said he put his name there just to pacify some people.
Yeah.
You today, Eguavon has not told you and I who are the people he's trying to pacify. The audacity to put Eguavon in that, to put Onazi in that team sheet meant that we're not ready to go for the 2022 World Cup. Then Emmanuel Dennis to enter that list. Eguavon himself has said that he doesn't want Emmanuel Dennis. Wait, the one shout, maybe Emmanuel Dennis. We saw he was playing for Nottingham Forest, but the coaching staff was serious. They added him as well. I think the goal that Ghana scored against us, I think it started from the lack of awareness by Emmanuel Dennis.
Yes.
So he was part of the people that cost us that World Cup. So you and I, we saw what happened in that game. Unseriousness was the reason why we did not qualify for the 2022 World Cup. Now, when this current World Cup now, we saw what happened. How Eric Chell has been treated all along. Bro, I'm telling you today that if we had qualified for this World Cup, let me tell you what would have happened. Because you guys have been talking about if, and we would have qualified to the first, we would have won our group, we would have beaten Brazil, beaten Argentina. Let me tell you what would have happened. As a Nigerian, we are both Nigerian. Let me tell you what would have happened in this World Cup if we had qualified. Number one, some of our ancestors will be in that list. Number one, Ahmed Musa most likely will be on that list. We will now remember that Ahmed Musa, we did not retire him very well in the national team. This is a good way for us to retire him. We'll now put him. Then we'll now say, we need quota system for the sake of national unity. As if the Super Eagles team is like a NYSC camp or a ministerial list. We'll now say, maybe northern rotation or some southern northern rotation to balance the equilibrium. Let's go and bring back Shehu. Who is that? Our right back. Shehu Abdullahi. We now say, we need. It's too many southerners in this team. Let's go and bring Shehu Abdullahi. We now add Shehu Abdullahi in that team
because he made that World Cup qualifier against Ghana.
Oh, you mean that one? He was there.
He was there. When they brought, when they brought him on, Balogun not pass the ball to him. He will be there, but nobody will pass to him because he was short one.
So that's what I've happened. They will put Ahmed Musa, maybe push you Abdullahi. They will now go and bring one name from nowhere, maybe one home base player from nowhere. They will just put him on that list as well. And that's how our World Cup dream would have ended before we get to the US. Then as for Richel, you will now be hearing things like, how can a Malian take us to the World Cup? A Malian. We are Nigeria now, Giant of Africa. They will now sack a Richel. You now say, maybe Oga Egravon, I beg, just take these boys to the World Cup. Just the same way they did to Onigbide. May so rest in peace. Just take us, let my people go. Just take us to the World Cup. So what I'm telling you is this. If we had qualified for this World Cup, there's a very high chance that we will have been out in the first round. Because our mentality has not changed. And every year, I see the fact that Nigerians don't really care about national interest again. It's now more about personal interest. Let me tell you something. In the 90s, even though we're under the military regime, people still had some sense of national pride.
Yeah.
They'll still say, okay, fine, even though the military government or they were oppressing us, but at least I'm still proud in a way to be Nigerian. But the Nigeria of today, I don't recognize it again. The average Nigerian is ready to sabotage national interest.
Yeah.
The average Nigerian.
I agree.
Have you not seen the language of some of our journalists and ex-international? You saw what Eritrea has done for us so far, and people are complaining that why is Eritrea? This guy's he has been our coach for over a year now. But I'm still complaining about him. So why am I saying this is let us stop this attitude and let's give the other African teams, let's give them their kudos for what they've done in this World Cup. At least they went to round of 32. At least with them, they still have a way to do things. With us, it is sabotage or sabotage. It doesn't make sense what I'm saying. So that whole thing of, we would have beaten Iraq 5-0, we would have done this, we would have done that. Based on our World Cup history, Nigeria is the most unserious team when it comes to World Cup. We have the talent, but we are just very, very, it's like there's an evil spirit that comes upon the NFF when it's time to go to the World Cup. Now that takes me to another thing I was going to talk about. And yeah, I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I don't care. I will say the way it is. I've been hearing people say things like the reason why we did not go for the last World Cup was because of we need the judge. We need the judge. Now, let me give you the hierarchy of who I will blame for our non-qualification. Should I tell you?
Yeah.
We need the judge will be in the bottom. The number one is NFF. Starting from Jose Amaju Pinnick. When after Genodrol left and we're looking for another coach, why would you hire a Portuguese coach to coach the Nigerian team when we know that we have an identity, which is attacking football? In the 80s, we had Brazilian coach. In the 90s, we had Dutch coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where did the Portuguese coaching system come from? Why are we getting the Portuguese coach?
Because he got this analysis, this what's it called, the White Scout.
They said that he spoke to Mourinho. Then Mourinho now said that I have a friend called is it Pesero, whatever. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's how we got Pesero, basically. Now, that now takes me to the number 2 person to be blamed, which is Pesero himself. Because he's not a coach for qualifying. He's more of a tournament coach.
Mm-hmm.
So we lost our qualification in the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the 3rd and 4th game on Definitely. I'm sure you know that.
Mm-hmm.
You said it yourself how we did well in our first 2 games, right? For the 2018 qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Your first 2 games are your most important matches in the qualifier. We only had 2 points in those 2 games. Pesero took us to the AFCON. After that, he left. The NFF now made a mistake again by bringing Finidi. So NFF is to be blamed. The second, then I'll blame Pesero. As I said, I'll blame Pesero. The third people I will blame today are the players.
Mm-hmm.
And so before I blame Finidi, I'll blame the players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those, I always monitor, like when it comes to qualify, I monitor what is going on very well. A week before we played the qualifiers, when Finidi was our coach, forget that maybe Finidi is a good coach or not a good coach. We were playing an important game. You want to go to the World Cup as a player. And I saw pictures of Calvin Bassey and Iwobi in, I don't know which country they went to.
Dubai.
Was it Dubai?
Mm-hmm.
Swimming, having fun. 5 or 6 days before a crucial World Cup qualifier game. Does that sound like players that want to go to the World Cup? No, let's be serious for once. We can argue that it's because maybe Finidi, maybe because they don't really believe in Finidi. Let me take you back. In 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Chelsea fan. 2012, the Chelsea players knew that we did not have a good coach. They knew. By themselves, they called themselves together. Lampard, Drogba, all of them. They came together and said, you know what? We are the ones that need this trophy. This Champions League. And with the way they played, you could see that these ones wanted to win the trophy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whether Chelsea had a good coach or not, that was not the matter at that point.
Yeah.
And they wanted that mentality.
Yeah.
So, for us, now when it was time for them to come to camp, I remember very well, by Sunday, Monday, none of them was in camp.
Mm-hmm.
Then on Monday, there was a nationwide strike.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them were trapped. They couldn't enter the country. Now the argument now changed that it's because of the strike. But if you had been in camp by Sunday, the strike that happened on Monday would not have affected you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And when you played Bafana, was it on Wednesday or Thursday?
On Thursday, yes. You know, can I just explain some parts for you? And I remember that window. And because, that's why I said, now I come live because of you. And I like the way, but if you look at it from the past, the time that we did not qualify for the World Cup has been the game of June.
I think it's check 2006 as well. Yeah.
Go and check Nigeria against Sierra Leone in 2001 under Bonfijo.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we lost in Freetown. We lost in Freetown too around that June, when season finished. Wait to another one again. 2006, Angola. The same time, took us to Kano. That was when we lost our World Cup ticket. So there's this pattern of losing World Cup tickets, around that time because of some of these players cannot manage. When Finidi George was employed, that Cameroon too sacked their coach, and they got one man called Mark Bruce. I don't know if you know him from Belgium. So him and Finidi George assumed the job at the same time. I was following Cameroon, and I was also following Finidi George. During the guy was to play Cape Verde at home. That was his first game. Cape Verde just finished doing very well in the AFCON, remember? When they
Yes.
lost the penalties to South Africa. So
Yes.
it was a big game for him. This boy called Carles Baleba. Is it Carles Baleba they call him? He used to play for Brighton. He played for the national team before. This guy had a meeting with every single player, similar to what Eric Shea did before Rwanda. This is how we want to play. Finidi George got the job self before Mark Bruce off, because Finidi George was in charge of Nigeria vs Ghana game in March, and also Nigeria vs Mali game in March. See, I know that it's hard for me to blame him, but Finidi George did not command the dressing room.
So I was going to get to Finidi George. I'm
Yes.
still going
Yeah,
to my
but-
blame.
okay,
I'm still,
because I
as I
don't
said,
think-
I know you guys will put Finidi George. I was still going to put the players.
Well, I just want to say that
I understand what you're saying. One thing we need to know is that, yes, I understand that we tend to lose our World Cup qualifications during the July period, right?
Mhm.
But guess what? We're not the only ones that play during that period.
Yes,
That means there's something that other teams do around that period.
that we don't.
Maybe they hold a meeting with their players and say, hey, guy, you don't go for any vacation. No. We have, after these qualifiers, you can go. In fact, you can disappear. Go, if I go to Alaska, go anywhere. We don't care.
Mhm.
But we have a major match coming on. Now, you have to remember that before the qualifiers against SA and Benin, we played a friendly match against Mali and Ghana. So I'm sure by that time, Finidi would have had some discussion with them.
Mhm.
So it's not like he came in and straight away, okay, guys, come for qualifiers. He already played a friendly match with these guys. What are we saying? We played friendly match. We won.
Can I just tell you what happened in that friendly match?
Okay.
Lookman left the camp a sad player because he was constantly on the bench. You remember?
Yes, he was on the bench.
Yes, he was on the bench, constantly on the bench. Nathan Taylor did not play a single minute. Remember? Even the Leverkusen club was really upset. Moses Simon got injured. Was it against Mali? Nobody checked on him, including the coach. I'm telling you here.
I'm
just saying that for somebody that wants to command the dressing room, including the coach, if for the doctor in that Moroccan, Morocco say, guy, be going. Nobody. In fact, it was later that Wilfred checked on him. So you see that bit now that there's no. He did not. No, I understand.
I understand. Yeah, I will even get the definitive part. I get what you're saying. So now, when the qualifiers came that week, anyway, the players came late to camp. That is their fault.
Yes.
Remember, they're professional players. You want to go to the World Cup.
Yes.
The coach that you are fighting, Finidi George, has been to World Cup before, like 2 times or 3 times. He's the UEFA Champions League winner. So he has his own issue as a player. But you, as the player, you cannot be going on vacation. You can go on vacation, but you cannot be reporting to camp 2 days before you play Bafana.
Yes.
So me, I will blame the players.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Then after the players, I can then now blame Finidi as a coach. But for me, he's going to be the bottom, because the reason why I'm saying this is I'm one of those. I don't like to go with the trend. You know, when when people push a narrative, people now see it as the reality. Oh, Finidi is the one that will not go. Oh, Finidi. People don't even talk about Pasero.
Okay.
People don't talk.
I want to ask you a question, because of time, and I want to take care of my brother. I want to ask you a question. Which game, if you have to pick one game that cost us this World Cup qualifying ticket, which game will you pick?
I will tell you now. And that takes me to the next person I will blame after Finidi. I also put some blame on Eric Chell. The game that cost us these qualifiers was the game against Zimbabwe. Nigeria, Zimbabwe. Eric Chell made a huge mistake by putting in Osimhen and Boniface together. Like, we're leading 1-0.
He removed Osimhen.
I think at the point, Osimhen and Boniface were on the pitch together.
I think he removed Osimhen. He now put Arokodare and Boniface.
Yeah, maybe. I remember there were 2 strikers. Yes, maybe, yeah. But I remember there were 2 strikers on the pitch at that time, yes. That was a huge mistake.
Okay, I want to ask you a question.
The game management at that time was poor. So even Eric, and I thank God that it's good that even Eric himself said it as well, that hey, the game against Zimbabwe, he messed up. Like it was also he himself, he said it. Remember, I think he apologized as well.
Yeah.
So the game against Zimbabwe for me was the one.
In the order of hierarchy, where will you place the Benin Republic game that we lost in Ivory Coast?
Before we talk about the Benin Republic game, we first have to talk about the first two games as well.
Do you know that
because the Benin Republic game, so many things happened, which already was a mystery. Benjamin Taminu played in that game? Is that his name? The guide back. How he entered that game? How he played for us?
Who selected him?
Finidi. But remember that in that game, Bassi also cost us one of the goals. I forgot him. Remember, Kevin Bassi cost us one of the goals?
The first goal.
Against the Republic, I forgot him. It cost us a goal. I think first or second goal. Now, in that, remember, Bassi was one of the players that went on vacation and came late. So Bassi was not match fit because of these holidays. So, in as much as I would blame Finidi, that's why I say we cannot take away the blame from the players. Then in addition to the politics of now bringing Taminu and some other players that had no business in that, like in that team at that time. So for me, the game, but the issue was that the damage was done already. Now we had Eric Chell. We just needed to win that game against Zimbabwe. And Eric Chell made that mistake. They lack, the game management in the last minute.
Okay. If you want to place let's remove the NFF and this. I'll call you. That must be good though. You have like 3 minutes or so. Because I come to life because of him. Because he wants to say so many things. I know that he has not even finished yet. I don't matter. If you want to place this blame on managers, we have 3 managers on the qualifiers. Eric Chell, Finidi George, and Usi Pasero. Who is number one to blame?
As I said, Pasero. Pasero, definitely. Because our first 2 games, we should have had at least a win. You said it yourself, right? That your first 2 games are the most important, right? Remember? If you don't win your first 2 games, you start playing catch up. Catch up. So if Pasero had done what he had to do in our first 2 games, there will be no need for NFF to bring in Finidi. Do you get it now? There will be no need for Finidi.
No.
The reason why Finidi came into the picture was because Pasero did not do his job.
No, Pasero just finished second in the AFCON, and he has to renew his contract. He left.
No, you are asking about who cost us. You're asking a question about the World Cup qualifiers. Remember?
Yeah.
Under Pasero, how many points did we get? 2 points.
2.
In 2 games. Exactly. So that was the first 2 games. You said yourself that your first 2 games are the most important games, right? Of the qualifiers. We only had 2 points. So what I'm saying is this. In that first 2 games, in that first 2 games, we only had 1 point or 2. Was it 2 points or 1 point?
No, Pasero 2 points. We need the 1 point.
Then first, but what I'm saying is that if we didn't have the coaching problem from the beginning, remember that Pasero was already having problem with Pasero before AFCON. Pasero himself knew that it was either not a good coach or something was wrong with that team. That's why he had to play defensive in AFCON. But we did not really know how bad the team was in AFCON because we would win, we would score 1-0 and lock up and win. There was never a point where a team was leading and then we had to equalize. It never happened in AFCON. It only happened in the final when Ivory Coast scored and then we couldn't reply them.
Okay.
So even in AFCON, we're already struggling.
Yeah, because of time. I'm going to ask you this question. You've blamed Pasero. I agree with you.
Yes.
Are you going to blame Uzor too for Pasero's problem? Because Uzor was the one that finished Pasero.
So everything is part of the package. Uzor, Iheanacho as well. Iheanacho and all those guys.
Because
yes, I know.
You blame Kevin Bassi against the Republic. You didn't blame Finidi George.
No. You're asking. See, remember what I said again. I made it clear to you the people I will blame. The reason why I was talking about Kevin Bassi and those guys because I don't see them. People blame. I don't. The main focus in the media has always been Finidi.
Okay.
That's why I'm bringing the issue of Finidi. Remember what I said again. I've already given you the people to be blamed. I've told you NFF. I've told you Pasero. I've told you the players. I've told you Finidi, and I've told that even Eric Chell to ask a bit of blame as well against Zimbabwe. I told you already. But what I keep seeing in the media space is Finidi. It's like we have this thing of we flow with the trend, and people don't take time to think. They just say, "Oh, Finidi."
Okay.
When for someone like me, I was following the trend, and I saw that these players were not in camp when they were supposed to be in camp.
Yes. Okay. Let me hear from Nayam must be good. Nayam must be good. Please, your time because so go watch Gap match quickly. Please hold on 1 second. Yeah, Nayam must be good quickly.
What's good, bro? What's up, man? I have just a few things to say, and as much as Adam Dawola, I always agree with your points, man. But there's something I probably would like to disagree with a little. And what that thing I would like to disagree with is their vacation. You see, in every workspace, no matter how tedious it is, I feel like unwinding is a very important part of the mission. There's a reason why immediately Cristiano Ronaldo got to America, the first thing he did was go to the beach with the whole team. He had to go and unwind. I get where we're coming from. Like you believe the players should be locked in 247, but if they have a game 5 days, 6 days, let's be real with ourselves. None of us saw this happening, that we won't be in this World Cup. Mostly with the fact that the spaces allocated was more than it was before. We definitely, after the first game, me and my guy were talking about this, and my guy was like, do you know we didn't know we're going to not get in the World Cup till after like the fourth game. He was like, after the first game, we're like, we got it. We'll do it. Second game, we're like, we go catch up. I feel the problem that we had that everybody doesn't want to talk about is the fact that I feel like we belittled the competition. We, for some reason, thought that we have this, like there was this level of hubris that we had. We just believe of the fact, say, now we get Osimhen now, we get Victor Boniface. He was blazing on all cylinders at that time. We just believe that no matter what, we will make it. And that was, it go better. Now why Nigeria be like this? That was what it was. It go better. It go better. Me and my guys, I was like, guy, we will still catch up, Jerry. Yeah, mistake. But the problem is, I feel like we didn't have. That's why I said I would disagree with you to some extent, because I will also agree with you to some extent. They didn't have that lock-in mindset. This is the World Cup. If you really want to be there, every game should be taken as seriously as the competition. Like, you can't decide when to turn up your seriousness. You know what I'm saying? So that is, by the way, we can't cry over spilled milk. I hope we do better.
Sorry, Naya must be good.
Yeah.
The reason why Adam last topic is so important.
Yeah.
Is because under World Cup qualifier starts. No, again, after we missed that Qatar.
Yeah.
I came on live. I was not used to this. Came on live. I said that what did we learn from missing Qatar? America is far away. You don't have to finish now. See, Morocco is preparing for the World Cup in 2030. Not this one.
Yes, no.
So they are listening to you, so that they are listening to. I can assure you, they are listening to you here, because the ideas we say here, that's what they go and talk. So they listen to you here. So it's better for them to learn.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
No. You're right, because at the end of the day, they say if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. There's a reason why in basketball, when you're playing basketball, your coach will tell you, always keep your hand out, because you don't know when the pass will pull up. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who is going to pass the ball. Some people do no-look passes. Some people do over-the-head passes. Some people will pass to you while looking at you. But what separates you from the other guy who can catch is your readiness to be able to, you know what I'm saying? So when you stay ready, even if you make a mistake in between, you will be able to, just off the fact that you already have that ready mindset. Now, all you have to do is the mistake that you should learn from, you are correcting it as you go. So that's the problem I think we had. We didn't have that lock-in mindset. I honestly feel like for instance, we can't really blame, Calvin Bassey cost a goal, but Calvin Bassey has done more good than harm. A Calvin Bassey costing a goal compared to an Uzoho, we know Uzoho is a normal customer for missing and, you know what I'm saying, causing calamity. Somebody like Calvin Bassey, another day in the office, he comes with the job, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really be mad at him. And then I also want to go to the Eric Shell situation. Smith, they're playing with us. That's all I will tell you. They're playing with us. This is what I see that might happen in that Eric Shell situation. I personally think they want to upsell us, give us dreams, make us believe that we have this guy in our pockets. And in the last minute, they're going to bring maybe Ladamboso or one of those guys.
I reject that one. No, I reject that.
No, but you know what I'm talking about now. They do this a lot. Like you said, it's their normal situation. They will stall us. May we not forget, say Nigeria, all these our politicians, they be Yahoo boys before. All of them are Azamen. So like they know how to stall. They will stall us, and when it's that time, they will do, oh, we don't have time. Let's do what we need to do. Because they will stall this thing now till AFCON will start. And then now we have to start rushing around looking for coaches. That is why I said when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. It's our problem. Staying ready is always a problem for Nigeria. We like to do patchwork. That's why if you go to Nigeria on the streets, person go they drive car. Nail don't dey inside the tire for almost 2 weeks, but he go they drive him. If he less, he go pump him. If he less, he go pump him. If he less, he go pump him. So you know what I'm saying? That's our style. Suffering and smiling. We always adjust too much to situations. We do not know how to fight. To actually, you know what I'm saying? We don't take things serious. We're not locked in those situations. We only adjust. We adjust to the heat. And yes, it's good in some situations because that helps you adapt and you become better and you don't complain. But when you adjust too much, at some point you're going to fall off the seat, man. Adjusting too much, you know. So that's the problem. Smith, there's something I wanted to talk about before coming here. The last live you did, we were talking. You were talking about something. You said if Nigeria plays with only homegrown players, are we going to do anything meaningful with our team? Hell no. Sweet. If we try say we play with only home. See, Sweet, let me bust your head. I'm in Washington, right? There was a player that I saw about 2 weeks ago that I spoke to. He came here to come and try out for the Washington, D.C. team. That guy, they said, is 16 years. Smith, if you see this guy, he's senior all of us when they did this panel. He's older than all of us in this panel. You can clearly see that this is almost 20-something years of him shaving his beard. You can see it. But he says he's 16. He's the 16-year-old wonder kid that they are bringing out here. We have a problem. The problem is the system. The system is the problem. That's the foundation. If we do not deal with this foundation, we'll only keep painting these houses and these houses will be fine. But when water go come, when flood go come, the foundation is going first. That is the problem. So that I was really listening to you and the guys talk about it, but I couldn't come online because I was busy. We can't do anything because I feel like that tribalism, that tribal sentiment is a problem for us. Like Adinamala said, quota system. If we had qualified for the World Cup, they would have gone to go and bring, what's his name? What's the name of the guy that plays for one La Liga team? I don't know how he keeps getting a team, but shit.
Mohamed Usman.
Sadiq Umar.
Yeah, they will go and bring Umar. They will go and bring Jamil Collins or whoever that guy is. They'll go and bring Shitu. Abi, what's his name? They will bring all those guys just to balance. But the national team is not the place to fix Nigeria. The national team is there to make Nigerians happy.
You know?
So me, I don't care. Me personally, I don't care. If all our players are from Germany and they are winning, like Ombo Henry said, results, people will come, like what you said, Smith, they will complain. They will complain because we already have a team where even when they are doing well, they are still scrutinizing them. They will complain. You know why? Because these international players do not know how to do paddy with journalists and give them free jersey, because they believe they are there for their job. They are taking up professionalism from their team, down there. Nobody's expecting anything. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation falls back on people only looking out for themselves and their hunger.
You know,
Ojoaye,
Nigeria must be good. You know, you
yeah,
made one point about getting these players in.
yeah.
Let me now, from the NFF, the argument is some of these players will not play. If you are having 26, 27 players, like
Yeah.
for example now, Eritrea had like 26 or so they added 2 to it. So if they are having this, they will not play now. Just add them for experience. That was what they did for Akikumi Amao and Shewa Ulai.
Yeah.
They were not meant to be part of the team, the World Cup qualifier. But suddenly, Innocent Bonke got injured against Ghana in Kumasi. Frank Onyeka got injured in the first half against Ghana. Nobody on the bench. So they have to bring Shewa Ulai to come and play. See, it's just like, so I'm sorry to say this, it's just like you being a politician in Nigeria. All you do is to go and treat yourself abroad. You don't build hospitals at home. Suddenly, there's lockdown. When there's lockdown, COVID-19. So that way you build with inferior this thing, now then they can't treat you. So all those fake things when you buy, so you will now face the fake things when you buy. So some of these things we do, we don't know exactly the implication.
See what you just said now, Smith. In respect to the hospital situation, do you know, me and my cousin were talking the other day and we said, do you know that no Nigerian politician in the history of Nigeria, maybe there's one I don't know, that has gone to rest in Nigeria, in a hospital in Nigeria?
No, it's always abroad.
Always abroad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we don't fix the home front, we just believe that, okay, let's be real. We want to include home base. Not be home base where Mexican team D beat 7-0. I watched that game that day. I see. Let me. I did. After the third goal, I put off the TV because I was like, this is not even attractive. Imagine you want to show somebody your home team for the first time, and that is what you can show them. For my first time, since Obi Mikel played the I don't know if it's the Olympic. What did he play with Messi where he got the silver boots? Ever since then,
Under 20 World Cup.
Yes. Ever since that Under 20 World Cup and the 2013 where we actually won, I have not sat down to enjoy football. Before, if I did watch football, I don't feel chop. Like even when the ball is on our own half, I'm scared. This last competition, I relaxed. I watched the game. I saw our team lose the ball and recover the ball back. I saw our team put passes together. I saw our team play entertaining football. Okay, we don't score. Now let's just enjoy ourselves. Let's pass around. Let's do this. There was a structure.
Yeah.
You never see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess you. Thank you. That was very good. Always,
Thank you very much. Let me say one more thing. Smith, before I go. I hope our players, if any of them are listening right now, I hope you guys can see the importance of the World Cup. I hope you guys can see. Look at Vonzia from Cape Verde. Vonzia went from 50,000 followers to being one of the most followed footballers in the world. It took only 2 weeks.
Even clubs are looking for him now.
Clubs are looking for him. It took 2 weeks. Fabrizio and Romano now they post them back to back, like saying I'm brother. It took 2 weeks of the World Cup. All you have to do in the World Cup is go there and show yourself. You do not have to even win it. Go and show yourself. Ghanaian players, Okpoku, what's his name? I know his brother. His brother stays in Maryland here. His brother is telling me about what is going on with his brother right now. Just off World Cup. Off the game he played with England. Of the game he played with England. I hope you guys can see the importance because we know Etu now. We know you people's potentials. No vex Smith here, they take this long, but we know you people's potential. Please, not for us, for yourselves, not for us. Bro, I will not back down from this statement. If Nigeria had been in this World Cup, if Nigeria had been in this World Cup, I swear we're not going to talk about Morocco. Wallahi. I don't like to deal with ifs and buts.
I agree with you.
No, I'm saying this. I'm just saying this. You know why? We are the only team that poses a threat on all, even the midfield when no gallant, we gallant. We are the only team that poses a threat in everything.
Nigeria must be good. I listened to a Cameroonian journalist. He said that is this Nigerian team, if they are properly managed and everything goes well, that is this Nigerian team that can play in the semi-final of the World Cup.
Yes.
This is not a Nigerian, no. It's a Cameroonian journalist. He was just saying that. So, but do you agree with that, Adamla?
So, you've seen me say this thing in your show before, right? That the people that win World Cup, they don't have 3 heads, they don't have 4 legs. You've seen me say that before, right?
Yeah.
Nigeria can win the World Cup. So, when I was talking specifically now about the fact that if we had gone to this World Cup, we would have messed up. I'm not talking about the potential or the talent or the players.
You're talking about the institution.
I'm talking about the system.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm talking about the system that would have done something to sabotage our effort. Our efforts. Something would have happened: politics, quota system, sack the coach, sack player, bring in one player from one region. You know, those things would have affected us. But if given the chance, if Eric Shaw had done what he had to do, give him the free hand, players are serious, everything is serious, Nigeria could have reached the semi-final of this World Cup.
And Smith, let's not forget. Look at all the teams that has played from Africa, right? What is the one problem that they have? Attack. They are not a threat in the attack. They are only a threat defensively.
Even Morocco doesn't really have number 9. Like
you know what I'm saying? Defensively. So what are they doing? All they are doing is pushing back. They are not fighting back. Because pushing back is different from fighting back. When you are fighting back, you're throwing attacks. When you are pushing back, you are defending yourself. All the African teams are defending themselves. They are pushing back. They are not fighting back, which is one thing we do confidently. Who wants to stand for front of Osimhen? Who wants to stand for front of... It's okay, Sha. God will do it.
Okay, thank you.
Adedamola, thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you. Yeah. So let me just say this super chat quickly. Smith, I hope Gusto is signing or it's a lie. I hope he resigns too. Me, I don't want him to resign. I don't want him to stay in September, honestly. Thank you, Remy Ali, for super chat. Said that please add Ekong to your list. That is probably here. They said you should add Ekong to your list. So I know that you're going to address that one too. Thank you, Remy Ali, for always supporting. So let me start from this one. Just quick questions for you here before you actually what goes, because they're asking based on the submission. So is that why are you leaving out Ekong?
So the Ekong issue for me, the only area where I would put Ekong on the list is against DR Congo, the last game against DR Congo. So
you can't be against Zimbabwe, no?
All those ones is a defender. Defenders make mistake, You understand? So here's the thing about Zimbabwe. Against a team like Zimbabwe, we should be scoring more than 1 goal. If you score more than 1 goal, there will be no need for you to blame your defenders. Do you get it now?
Yes.
If you score 3 goals and you concede 1, you won't even be talking about it. The reason why we're talking about Ekong and whatever is because we only scored 1 goal. So before we blame Ekong, let's blame our attackers for not scoring an additional goal against Zimbabwe. Does it make sense?
Okay.
Now, the Ekong issue for me is, till today, I don't know what happened between Ekong and Eric Shaw in the game against DR Congo, why it was not brought in the last minute of the extra time to play our first penalty. Because Ekong, before he retired, was our best penalty taker.
Yeah.
So you cannot have your penalty taker in the bench and he's your captain. That is still one thing nobody has been able to explain to me.
Okay. So, and Ekong is writing a book. So I hope that it will capture.
It will capture. We need to know what happened, yes.
So there's no super chat this one. I'm going to read the comment. Say, bros, be frank with yourself. Answer this question. Just stop beating about the boss. If Finidi has got us 2 points, like other coaches, do you think we'll be in this situation?
If he had got us 2 points.
2 points instead of 1. Maybe
If he
the
had got
growth
us 2
aspect
points, it's still not enough. If he had gotten us 2 points,
it's enough. We lost by 1 point.
Well, all that is just permutation and things like that. Yes, if he had maybe given us, if he had given us 2 points. You see, I don't want to make this comparison. Okay, Parcero gave us 2 points, Finidi gave us 1 point. At the end of the day, 2 points or 1 point, both coaches did not do well for us, in the qualifiers, If they had done well for us, I mean, there will be no need for us to be in a situation where we'll be looking for a Rachel to bail us out, So I think I don't know the reason why people hate Finidi so much. But end of the day, it was employed by NFF, and NFF should have been the one to do their homework, And I want to say something quickly. Niger must be good, His name is actually very powerful because it is what we want for Niger. We want Niger to be good. Niger must be good, I want to say something. Something that he said. Yes, I understand that players have to relax, right? So I don't have issues with players relaxing. But after you're relaxing, at least get to camp on time. Do you get it now? Get to camp on time. And I like what one thing he said, that at the end of the day, the players are the ones that people will see in the World Cup, right? So if you don't go to the World Cup as a player, it will affect you. So as a coach, I should not be begging you to come to camp on Sunday, Smith. Should I be the one as a coach to be begging you that please arrive on camp by Sunday? If you don't like the coach, be like, I don't think these players realize the importance of the World Cup. And Nigeria must be good to say something that is also very important as well. That we underestimated our opponent in that group. Remember, we had Lesotho, we had we had Zimbabwe, we had, So we underestimated those teams in the group. We were like, who is Benin Republic? Who is Zimbabwe? You see, so that also probably affected the players. So yes, you can go on vacation, but on Sunday, Monday, be in camp. You cannot be arriving in camp 48 hours before a game and you expect to win that game, whether the coach is good or not. This is part of what I'm saying. But I don't see people talking about that aspect. The aspect is just, Finidi, yeah. But we don't see the aspect of what the path they played as well in us not qualifying for the World Cup. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So so that is actually what their question. So somebody asked this order. He gave me this order. The other person not put by this. I'm going to read that for you. Is that sorry? I think I don't know why I stopped. I think I stopped it here.
The one where they put was lack of Osimhen.
She said that in Iraq, he said number 1 NFF, number 2 Finidi, number 3 Uzo. I think Uzo also played a very big role,
Yeah, where he spoke about Uzo, yeah, he did, yes.
He said Parcero. I agree with you on Parcero. Ekong, you mentioned Ekong, but you did not agree about the Ekong thing because I did not 100% agree, but I just think that I know, but I want him to say his own story because I'm very.
We need to get his book. Let him read like this way. Olise release his own. Is it Audacity? What is the name of that Olise's book? Audacity.
Yes.
We need to see.
Yes. So people mention Boniface. I don't think Boniface should be mentioned.
Boniface did not really play that much part in our qualifiers.
He played 4 games. No, he played 5 games.
He played 5 games, but yes, the unseriousness of Boniface too plays a huge role, which is what I want to get to. Continue. I'll talk about Boniface and Osimhen together. Continue.
Okay. Lack of Osimhen and Eric Chelsea, you've addressed Eric. Can you just address Boniface and Osimhen? I'm not asking you my own question. We'll wrap it up. So address Boniface and Osimhen quickly. So please don't address Osimhen's transfer. Just address him.
Okay. Let me try and put this in a very diplomatic way. Lack of Osimhen also affected us because in most of the games, Osimhen was injured, right? And that really affected us. And remember what I always say, anytime Osimhen does not play for us, it's like we don't have another striker that we can trust. So that is where if Boniface had pumped himself up and got him more serious, then it would have been a good cover up, for Osimhen, if Boniface was serious. Now that takes me to one thing, and that is the reason why I am deeply disappointed by Ako Adams' move to Venezia from Sevilla. You get it now? Because for so long, we've been looking for who is that player that can step in for Osimhen? Who is that player that can step in? And right now, we're like, Ako Adams. So I don't think Ako Adams himself realized how much we are looking up to him as that, as that man. That if Osimhen is missing. No, at least we get one guy called Akko Adams. We now read for paper say the guy they go Venezia. So these are part of things I keep saying. So I don't know what goes on in the head of these players. So as it stands now, because you yourself said it at the point that as a player, the club you go to can also help you in your career. It can make you a better player. So if you go to Venezia, who will you be competing against? Who will you be training with? I heard some people saying that they have a multi-billion-dollar investment in Venezia, maybe new ownership, whatever. That is not the one who will chop. Why is that Nigerian players are the ones that should be in the middle of big money investment in clubs? We are talking about 2030 World Cup. So this Akko Adams issue, that's why it's paining me. Because as it stands now, apart from Osimhen, we don't have any other serious striker again in that team. So, and I pray that Boniface in this coming season, that Boniface will come up again. I pray, I hope that Boniface can come up again. You see, let me tell you what's about Boniface. I watched him in Leverkusen. Boniface is a talent, is skillful. You notice that? He's very skillful. I saw a time when he dribbled the player by the line to go and score. Did you see that? By the line, you know the line. He took the ball through the line and went to score for Leverkusen. That's how good Boniface can be. But now he's nowhere to be found. But I pray that he comes up again next season, so that way we don't have to depend on Osimhen. So yes, lack of Osimhen also affected us. Now, Akko Adams was the one we're looking forward to, but now he's going to Venezia. And we know what happens when a player goes to a relegation club. Yeah, they could do well next season, don't get me wrong, they could do very well like Como, but we don't know. What happens if they get relegated? We might not hear about him again. Then we also have to pray that Terry Murphy comes up again. Then we pray that Eleni Kana. See, this is even getting a bit emotional for me. Eleni Kana played for Antwerp. He's the only Nigerian player to score back-to-back against Barcelona. Remember? I was like, this is our future. Next thing he went to, was it AS Monaco? Next thing is in Saudi Arabia. What is a 19-year-old looking for in Saudi Arabia?
Now he's tired. There's still family there. There's no, it was meant to be part of the Super Eagles.
So these are part of things I keep saying. The lack of seriousness, like a country of 200 million people, we only depend on Osimhen. In the 90s, even if Mokachi is not there, Rashid is not there, at least we had Akobore. There was a time we had.
I think Akobore played against Guinea in the World Cup qualifier.
Akobore for me was even supposed to go to France '98 ahead of Mokachi.
I think he played against Guinea. I think Akobore played under Philippe Troussé.
He played qualifiers for us. He played.
Yeah.
So we had. There was a time in the early 2000s we had Akwebu. Benedict Akwebu. Do you remember?
Yeah.
We had strikers. But so those are the kind of issues we need to sort out. Maybe these players, maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't care. Yes, I know the money, you have to carry your bag, you need to make the money. But in process of making the money, at least think of our national team now. So yes, lack of Osimhen.
But you said that, but this Boniface, you said, he already packed his bag now, going to Saudi Arabia. And I think that was what really broke him with Alonso. Say, with the trust and everything. A club in the Premier League, is Chelsea, came with £50 million.
For Boniface?
Yes, before.
I thought Boniface said he didn't want to play for EPL. I thought he said that he doesn't like him. He said he doesn't want to play for EPL.
Leverkusen then was old. He was prepared now. Leverkusen was holding out for like 60. But now, what was it? You go and check the value on transfer market. So I'm also hoping it can actually was safe. Talking about it, then this boy that died, Victor Udo, he played with Nikeda in Antwerp. So it was the one that told one of our friends that if you see the boy in training, na beast too. He said when he was in Antwerp, yes, the boy that died was also in Antwerp then. So if you see him, it's not beast too. So you can see clearly that he has been Niger, things like that. So, and I think some few things actually what happened with him, around our underage stuff. I don't. You don't. What happens to anyone underage now when you are not issues with invitation. I think that was actually what happened with him, but I don't get his stories very well. But I think Eric had met him already, and spoke to him already. He thinks that he wants a striker of a profile of 19, 20 years old that can play for longer time, because our striker now, none of them is younger than 23, 24. All of them are like 25, 26, 27. So he wants to bring the age of that forward line down. And you think that the boy is very strong, the boy can play. Talking about Boniface, I don't
So,
think.
before you talk about, but a quick question, Eleni Kana, why did they end up in Saudi Arabia? And do you think he will come out of Saudi Arabia? Do you think?
Yeah, he's coming out this window.
Okay. Amen. Okay.
It's coming out this window. It's coming out this window. Sometimes parenting can actually be one of the things too. Let me just put it on one side.
Boniface, you're talking about Boniface, sorry. Yeah.
Boniface. See, the issue is that I don't think Boniface is Eric Shell type of striker. Let me just put it that way. Boniface, I think he likes somebody that can press, the ball very well, and secondly,
Amokachi kind of a player.
Yeah, does actually press it. But for example, now Victor Osimhen is a pressing machine. You know that? Victor Osimhen is a pressing machine. Aquadams too can also do the job and can also play on the wings. Helping Aquadams can shift. Our right wing is always dormant because you have Onyeka and it's only Osani Samuel that's going back and forth. Onyeka cannot attack. So it's Aqua that normally shift there to go and cross the ball for Victor Osimhen. You remember, you occupy the space there. So Boniface cannot do all those things. He likes to be the one in the show. So I don't think Boniface is a really Eriche, type of actually water player, but I hope that it works.
Let's pray that Aqua Adams doesn't go down.
Did not materialize.
It's already almost complete now, so
it's already
is there a way for it to be reversed? So okay, I don't wish him bad.
Yes, personal time. Talking about players to fit into performance, let me just say this thing. And let's do Kejuku. It's not as if he has no declare for Nigeria. It's okay. It's the profile of the coach. The coach, I don't think the coach is a fan of the player.
I don't want to go. It's him Ugochukwu.
Yes.
Is it not Akpam's nephew?
Yes.
The one who's been begging, come and play for us, and he was doing shaka for us.
No, there was a question that actually what happened, with him and everything in France, But the issue was that I don't think the coach is a really big fan, of it. Maybe tomorrow the boy can actually play for Nigeria and everything, but he was never, he's never in the conversation. And talking about this thing, sorry, Michael, shout out to my guy that's reached out to me, on this is a big community on Instagram. It was with Michael Olise's dad and everything, just having conversations, about Olise. So it's a very good friend of Olise's dad. So Nigeria will have been the picture, but we're not proactive. It was between, I think, Nigeria and France. But we're not really.
For Olise?
Yeah, Michael Olise, yes. Yes, but we're not really. Do you
know Olise was actually in a list? I think it was in a list.
It's between choosing the mom's free heritage, like France, or choosing Nigeria. It was between those those two. But based on this is a first-hand information now, is that we're not really proactive about it. So the blame can go from right, left, and center, but this is a original coming from the friends in America now because of the voice play. Coming live from that place is because we are not. We are the one that really is not. Even if you remember, Jerry already said, he say we are happy he played for us. That play for Nigeria.
Oh yeah.
That play for Nigeria. We're happy he played for. And if you remember too, they gave him automatic slots in England for Euros.
England, yes.
He said no. Yes, for Euros, he was say he go and play.
What do you mean automatic slot? Like they were going to give him a slot?
Yeah, pick him. Yes, to Euros. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I know. So to tell you, and secondly too, the boy Flo Balogun. People said that this thing. See, Flo Balogun also contacted that about Nigeria, but then I think he was playing for Middlesbrough. So we're not really interested. So
Yeah, but Balogun I think was not really like a top
no,
player
but
for us.
the issue basically is that with the season he had last year, he'll have been Nigerian team for AS Monaco, honestly.
He improved as a player. Sometimes you don't
Yes,
know how players will improve. Yeah, it's a
you
risk
don't know, you
sometimes.
don't know how players will improve, because that's why I say that if you see a player that is talented, don't joke on that player, because you don't know exactly what tomorrow will bring. It's okay. You have to make sure that you do your best and get the player. You don't know exactly what tomorrow will bring. The player might probably improve, and what. So to me, there was the issue with because it's still going to be going years and years, because he was playing left back. I don't know, maybe one player called Xavier Meshi. Maybe you know the player Xavier Meshi. He was part of the Arsenal youth system there. It was ahead of Saka in the Arsenal youth system. It was the one that was Nigeria was considering. Where is the boy now? The boy, yes, Xavier Mechi was ahead of Bukayo Saka in the Arsenal youth system. So the boy too, when Saka got promoted to the first team, and the boy was like, the boy left for Germany. He went to Hamburg. So he wanted to follow the footsteps of Sancho. Sancho then was the one that broke this thing. Go to Germany, all of them now going to Germany to go and play and see if they can become a star and come back. So I don't think the Hamburg move really materialized for Amechi. So things just happen like that. So I was thinking that if we're very proactive under Paul Aibogun, 2019 under 20, I've got Bukayo Saka. But let me hear from Henry before we wrap it up.
A quick one, please. A quick question. Talking about since you're talking about Olise, what do you think about Iwanere? Iwanere.
The issue with Iwanere was that there was.
Do you think we can get him?
There was going to be a meeting with him, and Iwanere, the coach likes him, but when they scheduled the meeting, suddenly Thomas Tuchel called
before the World Cup.
Before the World Cup, so they had to they have to pause the meeting. So it took him to training camp. You know that?
Oh yes, it's on the one area.
Yes, it's on the one area. It took him to the training camp in America, alongside Rio Igomoa. Is it Igomoa? I call him Igomoa, and one guy from Bournemouth, and I think Josh King also from Fulham. I think four of them, went to that training camp in England for England. So he paused the conversation. But I think they can now actually want to reopen it now, because if you want to get him, you get him now. Because for me, I think the boy will be a good player in the future. It might not be working well for him now, but I think that in the future, he's going to be a very good player.
Yes.
I mean, despite he's played with the senior team of England.
No, he has not played.
Because that's it. No, I mean, he's been very close. It's on the media that he's very close. I mean, that's
when he played, when he got called up, he never kicked the ball. So it's another reality check again, that even somebody that is ahead of Rio Ngomwa in the what's it called, the youth ranks, because one day already played for under 21. Ngomwa has not played under 21. I was playing under 20. So if somebody that is playing under 20 is already playing for the national team ahead of you, and you are in the same camp, I think that's like a signal that you know what, you are not really there yet. I know that he's talented. It can be a good player in the future. So why not go? Why not go for him?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So you're from
okay. Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't know. You guys were talking about. I know you mentioned Finidi.
The hierarchy of blame.
Oh, for the World Cup.
I don't know that place it, or you can ask me the question.
Oh my goodness, are we still on that thing? I thought maybe World Cup, but yeah.
No, because if we don't talk about it, that's how we talk about Qatar.
True. I mean, we should be
mistake. People have been putting the blame only on Finidi, so that's why I had to come in to say, let us. This old trend of when people hate someone, they just keep like, the only one. Like no one, everything's Finidi. When no World Cup of Finidi, rain is falling, Finidi. When it don't fall today, Finidi. NFF, Finidi.
Exactly, and I'm also on that boat. I don't blame Finidi for everything, right? So it's not me. I don't do that. You understand? Because it's so easy to go after it. Soft spot. Oh, it's Finidi George that did everything. No, I think NFF is a shit show. They are prone to this kind of things. You understand? But the problem is the way it used to work in the past. It can no longer work like that. You understand? Every detail matter. Those small detail matter. In 2022, the World Cup that we missed was because even in that last game against Ghana was because we didn't have the right players on the bench. You understand? They had to now bring Shehu Abdullahi. Now, would you now blame Shehu Abdullahi? He did not call himself there. Somebody called him there. You understand? NFF would do that. You understand? That's why people that will not come out and say, "Oh, if we go to the World Cup, we'll play." I'll just be laughing. You say you don't know Nigeria's history.
That's what I was
2014,
saying. I was telling them yesterday.
2014 World Cup. 2014 World Cup. They carried Michael Ochebo. With all due respect to Stephen Keshi, the list was not great. It wasn't good. We did not have a midfielder after Onazi injured. It took us nearly
Ruben Gabriel.
7 minutes for them to bring in Ruben Gabriel. And we were also hearing news on why Ruben Gabriel was in the camp. Right. So Nigeria is just like that. All African teams is the thing that is killing them in this World Cup. Players that should not belong there eventually making it. You understand? Players not on form eventually making it. Maybe the next World Cup now, they want to pacify people like Moses Simon. They'll say, they haven't gone to the World Cup now. Let's just pity them. Let's carry them there. And at the end of the day, you will not need that player. You can't put him because the guy is not fit. You understand? So that's the problem. Because people will sell sports. Number one, NFF will include players that should not be there because they have sports too in that team. You understand? That's number two. What else again? So that's why Nigeria cannot do well. I'm not even look. See, if Nigeria is there, I'm not even looking forward to it. We will spoil it with our own hands. You understand? So I'm back to that World Cup. If I should blame anybody the most, it's NFF. You understand? NFF and NSC, all those people, the backroom staff. You understand? I've mentioned it many times that the game against Zimbabwe. Remember, we went to play in Uye,
Uyo Stadium.
in Rwanda. Why did they? If NFF had sense, well, did they not cancel the match versus Libya? The one because at the end of it's part of the competition. If you are not hosting me properly, you understand? Why are you playing the game? You understand? I don't know everything that happened, but from what was released in the media, you understand? There was bad logistics.
Bad logistics, yes.
And then you play the game. Why did you play it? We almost lost that
Because
game. That was the
yeah,
game that even made us not qualify the most.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
when they went to Uye, in
Mhm.
fact, people even die of accident on the road anywhere
Can you
because it was
imagine?
too far.
Uh-huh.
So and we could not write letter and tell them that you told us that there's good logistics to travel
Mhm.
from Rwanda from Kigali to Uye. Then why are
Yeah.
you not providing it? The boy we did
You
against
didn't,
Libya.
and then you collect 1 point. You would have find a way to collect 3 points in that. In any team that was serious should collect 3 points on that from that event. You understand? Because is it not my fault that your house is not in order, right? You understand? It's bad hosting. You understand? But we did friends with Zimbabwe, shake hand, we're laughing, and because the NFF thought it was just business as usual. You just go to the World Cup, even though, and those were the mistakes that cost us. Lesotho, we drew in at home in Uyo. We went to draw in Zimbabwe. That game, thank God we rescued it at the end because that game was so poor. Kelechi Iheanacho rescued 1 point for us. You
Yeah.
understand? So that one, then now, so if NFF is number one, is we take most of the blame because most of the decision lies in their hand. Remember, we did not have a coach for so long because the NFF could not make up their mind who should be coach. We
Yeah.
went months and months without a coach. You understand? If we had a coach, they would be planning the next game, right? But nobody to plan. You understand? Because I don't know how they do things. Then if you go to the quota system, all those things. So majorly, I would say number one, number one for me is NFF. Then I will now go, because at the end of the day, what I always see is that when we talk to Smith, like when we talk, I'll be like, it's like you are playing a game. Before you start looking at the tactical and technical approach, you should look at who is playing well before you even start looking at who is playing well. What happened behind the scene? You understand? Those things matter, and we can't look past the NFF. Then if you now go to maybe technical, the aspect of this coach suppose change this player and not change, suppose invite this player, then maybe I will now start looking at the coaching. I will not say maybe Finidi George, he should do this, he didn't do this, he should maintain proper relationship with the players. But at the end of the day, he did not hire himself. You understand? Then the call up he made for that World Cup, we didn't have a left back. Osayi Samuel had to play left back in those two games. That's
Tiny man.
dangerous. Yes, and he did not. His kind of football was, I don't understand. He just wanted to play without formation, right? I don't know. Maybe that's why he lands in Spain. You understand? So
Sorry, I want to ask you a question, Henry. You know that when they put that fixture out,
yeah,
Nigeria fixture, they squeeze it together. But South
hmm,
Africa, they space it out. Do you
yeah,
think that
yeah,
it could also be carve ways of making sure
yeah.
that
The
there
politics
is
that we didn't qualify. Yeah, and
because
and
Senegal
and
will
it,
have enough space, but Nigeria,
yeah.
oh, squeezed together.
And just because of that, I want to talk more on what the NFF and FIFA is doing, CAF and FIFA is doing. I think the bodies, the especially West Africa, we should be more careful with CAF. You understand? I'm not happy with many of the decisions they are making. It's not benefiting us at under 17, under 20. It's not benefiting West Africa. We should be, if we have good representatives, they should be calling these things out. I don't know how they debate it, whether they just go and accept it because we have quality players. We should not suffer for any other national. Even the Nations League they want to do, they should be debating by now. Say no, West Africa will not be playing itself. When you have
Eh,
6 teams there, then
okay,
you if you not even go more. Sorry, Smith, like I don't want to. I'm just
I don't
using
continue.
analogies.
Continue.
Yeah, so sorry. I'm so sorry. Then if you
Yeah,
not
don't worry.
even go far, if you not go, we should not be talking about all those fixtures thing. You understand? How are they putting the fixtures? We should be very, very, very detailed with these things because it looks like there's a lot of politics going on, and South Africa and East Africa they are at the top of that politics now. You understand? Not nobody touches North Africa because you dare not. You understand? They have the money and the infrastructure. It's so difficult. You dare not touch North Africa. You understand? But the people at the bottom of the barrel now, it's us in West Africa. You understand? Now, Nigeria, we don't have good representatives. The fixtures will happen. Even these coming World Cup qualifiers, even that World Cup qualifiers, we should not be. You shouldn't be playing low ranked teams. With all due respect, you understand. Other teams they find a way to remove the low ranked teams and let them play themselves. We did it before. Let them play because the problem we had, the reason we had all those problems with Eritrea was because Eritrea, which that is not ready for football, you wanted to go and put them, and at the end of the day, it became a mess. You understand? Even though see, CAF is also to blame because even though you report that matter to CAF, you might have to take it to FIFA too. You understand?
But
So
but
because they can't even make decisions at that level.
but anyway, we mentioning see FIFA is CAF. Let's just put it that way because anything that they say in Switzerland is what they do in Cairo.
Oh
So
yeah,
then
because
it's
of the
quality
relationship between
between the two
Infantino
of them.
and yeah.
See, before I wrap it up, you mentioned one important point, and I want to talk about it together. In the under 20 women going to Poland now, out of 4 teams in Africa, 3 are from West Africa:
Mm-hmm.
Ghana, Nigeria, Benin Republic. One
Mm-hmm.
from East Africa,
Mm-hmm.
Tanzania. So what their argument that they are saying is that if it's open contest, the way they did that one was open contest. If it's open contest,
West Africa
no,
will dominate.
they'll
Yeah.
dominate. I guess what I'm trying to
And
say is that if
mm-hmm.
it's open contest,
Mm-hmm.
West Africa will be the ones to be qualified.
Yeah.
So it's like
But
you are
Smith,
depriving other regions from
Mm-hmm.
qualifying.
Exactly.
So let's make it regional.
Yes, and I don't agree with it. And the reason is because we've been playing. And I had this conversation with an East African person that was a calf too. So the guy was like that under 17. They should make it regional. They should continue to stick with it and all those things. I was like, no, because we have been playing football. We have been winning. We've gone abroad. Now that you now wake up to say, oh, it's like envy. Why are you jealous? Beat us on the pitch. It should be that. You understand? Win these people. Have Nigeria not lost on the pitch before? We didn't qualify for under 20 World Cup under Monike now. Sudan beat us home and away, Abi.
Yeah.
They not come to Lagos to beat us.
No,
So you can
we
win.
won the week we lost at home.
You can win now.
Mhm.
Go and beat these people on the pitch. Because that's
Yeah.
what they keep saying. Especially East Africa. It keeps coming from East Africa. They want you to dumb down the competition so that they will qualify. And then they will now make a fool of us in abroad.
Abroad.
You
Okay.
understand? People will be beating you 7-0.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
So,
It's not fair.
I
Come
agree
on.
with you. We've got no time, so I just have to put it up. Say, Smith, who books Zimbabwe match? See, Zimbabwe book up because they don't have home stadium, so they have to book the game to be played. Let me just tell you something. CAF has already released the list of stadiums that will be hosting AFCON qualifiers in September. So in our group,
approved stadiums, right?
yes, approved stadiums, yes. In our group, Madagascar don't have stadium. They don't have stadium, but
they don't have stadium. Wow.
They don't have stadium. They don't have stadium. I don't know why they don't have stadium. They don't have
and
stadium.
they fixed that their stadium in Antananarivo.
But I don't know why it has gone back.
It's not
They
there
don't have
anymore.
stadium. So it's only Guinea-Bissau have stadium.
Yes.
So our first game is at home against Madagascar in Uyo. Then we now travel to Busau to go and play against Guinea-Bissau. So then we now have a double header against Tanzania. Both home and away. Both Tanzania have already qualified. So in our group, there's will be only one team that will qualify alongside what? Tanzania. So for me, based on what I observe, I think Guinea-Bissau will fancy their chances. Because they're the one that have home, they play at home. They're thinking that, if they can take points at home, they can probably actually progress. Just to give you for information, because all of us now, we do these things. NFF, they just sit down, we don't do anything. But they have already announced those things. And
how many stadiums they approved for Nigeria? Just Uyo, right?
Uyo is the only one that can host CAF qualifiers. But for club games, they approve Ikene and Abeokuta for club games. So, for example, now TDSC will play in Ikene, for their CAF conference game. So, why other clubs can actually play? But for CAF Grade A games, I think it's only Uyo that can actually host Grade A games. So, time's very fast spent. So, but I want to thank you, Ayabala, for your time. You broke everything actually was done. You explained everything. In fact, you might teach us, all these things. And I say that if you don't learn from the past, you will make mistakes in the future. I will have to be honest with you, because the World Cup qualifier too, we started talking about Henry's comment. So the debate in CAF currently is that they want to eliminate the lower ranked teams before the next qualifiers. For the next
and that's because
qualifier.
8 teams might qualify.
No. And because the reason is because it's not going to be marathon qualifier. Because we have to AFCONs before that World Cup. So they have to be qualifiers for those 2 AFCONs. We know that if the 2 and 6 one, we only add maybe 1 AFCON in between. I think we have 2 AFCONs in between too.
Yeah.
So, but I think this one, because there's no way you can play it from 2029 to 2030. You have to start it along the line. So they want to make sure that at least there is not going to be too much games, because Nations League 2 will start in 2029 or so.
Yeah.
So this is very occupied. It's a very, very tight window. So they want to make sure that everything starts. So it's good. They go to start with what? Eliminating those Eritrea also. Then the top 8 teams we qualify. Then the 4th best again will go for another playoff. So it's going to be very, very interesting and very, very tough. I just hope that the NFF can learn, from those. This one will be very tough because one of the teams that qualified there will drop to will be the same group, as non-qualifiers, So it's just going to be very, very crazy. Don't be surprised to see Nigeria Cape Verde in the same group.
It's going to be four teams in the same group, right? Not 5.
Yes, I think what I was saying, 4 teams in the same group. So that means that there's going to be 6 games that's going to be played.
Okay, so that means top 8 will be ranked.
Top 8
Not
will be ranked. Yes.
top 10. So you
Not
might
top
see
10.
you might see some very difficult games.
Mali could come in as the Mali, Guinea, all those countries.
Yeah.
In
So, but my own be say on the World Cup. Sorry, I don't know if you talked about it.
So
On the
we've
African team's
discussed the
performance in
World
the
Cup,
World Cup.
but I don't know,
Okay.
maybe because my guy is wearing USA here, I don't know, maybe I should ask him the question. I should not ask him the question. Okay, what is your take on Fulani Balogun, Aida Mola, before we go? It's because
what you mean?
What is your take that
You mean
the
of
red card has been revoked and Donald Trump is thanking FIFA?
Did they actually thank FIFA? Did they actually thank him?
He did. Yeah, he did.
He did.
Okay. You see, I live in the US, so I want to be careful. Let me respond like a diplomat.
Yeah.
So looking at that penalty, at that red card, I don't think it was intentional, right? But having watched the World Cup since I was a little kid, it's very strange to see a red card being reversed in such a manner. At least I thought maybe they'll just maybe ban him for one game, then you can say, okay, after one game, just come back. But the way they reversed that, for me, I think the powers that be was involved in it. I'll leave it as that, The powers that be were involved. Because there are some things that have happened in this World Cup, which for me is very mysterious.
Exactly.
And don't let me talk too much, because I'm wearing an American jersey. So maybe we're celebrating 250 years.
The officiating in this World Cup has been very poor. There's too much change. I've said it before. I said it. I noticed it from the very beginning. I was like, "What happened? Is it that it's like now they are now releasing some rules? And FIFA is now releasing. Oh, there's a change to article this, that, which is for me. I don't know. And that's the FIBA laws, but I'm not happy with the officiating. First of all, too much. There's a lot of holding in the box now that is overlooked. You understand? There's a lot of holding in the box that is now overlooked. There's a lot of tackles that is now overlooked. You understand? I call it the Americanization of football. It's like they want to give America a brand of football that they like.
Hydration break as well is part of it. Hydration
Yeah,
breaks.
I hate it so much. There's a reason I'm not a big fan of American football or basketball. It's only football I would like. You understand? I'm not happy, and I hope after the World Cup, people sit and make some change to the laws. I've always said that it's high time that maybe this FIFA, maybe they are too comfortable. You understand? I don't know what the football executives are doing, but there's loopholes now, a lot of loopholes.
And
In other sports, you have 2 associations. You understand? Let me see what the future will
maybe
hold.
FIFA should have to.
Yeah.
Maybe FIFA should have
Sorry,
to. So for me too, I don't like it, and I just think that we should not kill this game, honestly, because the money involved. I know it's a lot of money, and I've been hearing people, because somebody came online and said that I'm happy that this thing crashed out. The best thing in my life was that when I revoked their visa, I, I don't, statements like that should never be justified. And one of my person here from this country in England too was so happy that said, yes, the stress is too much. They talk too much to the media. This and that. This and that. This should be go. I look at it in a way that we just need to keep the sanity of I know that the money there now is like ritual money. These billions of dollars that they are talking about is too much. I know that.
Yes.
Even the Morocco World Cup now, they are projecting maybe probably in excess of like 20 billion. They want to cup. So anywhere FIFA see money, they are making the money. Then they also, FIFA is going to be in FIFA. Yeah, even increase salary now. It's going to be in FIFA. But FIFA is just for me.
Would the Morocco World Cup even make as much money as the American World Cup? American corporations, they've been debating how to involve American corporations since. Remember, I said it was a big debate between the European club executives and FIFA.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
FIFA had to push their position a little bit because this American market has been what even Real Madrid president they wanted to target because
Mhm.
Even though you have less viewership in America, 113 million views, there is more value for it
There's
than
more value.
1.3 billion worldwide. You understand? So they've been targeting it since and the American corporation, but it's just that the previous FIFA executives they were more conservative to a
Yes.
sport that
Yes.
is rewarding of hard
Yes.
work and essence.
And
Yeah.
looking at talking about Spain, Morocco, Spain presented like 11 stadiums
Yes.
that they wanted to use to host this World Cup. So the Spain think that okay, you know what, our tourism reputation,
Mm,
can be valuable this time around now because people want to visit Spain for tourists, Portugal and also Morocco. So I think they're banking on that to see exactly how ferry can travel, in between, you
mm-hmm,
know, two countries, so ease of movement, and everything. So they're also investing in high power rail in Morocco. That
mm-hmm.
Morocco is trying. I'm not lying to you. That
Yeah.
when you do PIM, you're already in the next location, for the World Cup. So
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not lying to you. They are doing everything. And for America to want to host a game,
2038, yeah.
they made money.
Wait, down to us, which one?
Again, World Cup.
20
2038.
what?
20,
38.
20, yes. They said that they are ready to host. They said they're not hosting with anybody. They want to host a 64 team tournament. They're
So
ready.
they've seen the money, how enjoyable it is, Abby.
They, they want to host again. Because this World Cup is a generation World Cup. So, because hotels are recording high level of Airbnb, the economy, they say, no, bring it. It's by turn. Emilokan, bring it
We
again.
don't come, but this one only me must host it. No Canada, no Mexico, only me.
No. Oh, I want to host it alone. All those Canada and Mexico is pash. How many Mexico, how many Canada? They want to host it. So, see, I understand. There's money there, but guys, thank you for your time.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
before you go, one thing talking about FIFA, for me, I think for me the integrity of the football also starts from the qualifiers as well. CAF, I was very disappointed during the last qualification stage. Yes, we spoke about who is to be blamed, but also there was also a lot of politics as well that was played that did not favor Nigeria. I see people were talking about Zimbabwe playing in Rwanda. In the first game, Zimbabwe played their home and away game in Rwanda. They played their first game against Rwanda in Zimbabwe, in Rwanda, remember? And they played their second game, their home game against Nigeria in the same pitch. So Zimbabwe did not have to travel. So before they played us, they were already used to that pitch. They get it now. So that was also an advantage to them. So, and this is a team, a country that does not have a home stadium. So why is it that countries that don't have home stadiums are the ones having advantage?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you should be
And
punished for
also,
not having a home stadium. You see, things like that. That's why I like this thing of let the top teams be in the qualifying stage and let the smaller teams eliminate themselves. And
yes.
also, even Bafana as well was also affected in a way because Bafana, remember their first game, they lost to Rwanda.
They lost to Rwanda 2-1.
And Ugo Bros complained about that pitch.
Mm-hmm.
That same pitch, he complained as well. So, but obviously, to Bafana to play their own politics because of Moseke, and then also that whole thing of playing your home and away game at home. Bafana played most of their home and away. They played most of their away games at home, which I've never seen before in my life. So,
yes,
a lot of mysterious things are happening in football. I'm one of those people. I believe if something is wrong, it's wrong. Irrespective, even if it's Nigeria, is wrong. So these are kind of things we must look into going forward. We must not allow, if we're in a group and they're telling a team that you can play your away game at home, we should say no.
But
If
the
possible, we
problem
should
is
pull
not
out.
you that is
Even pull out
representing us.
and tell CAF that you can have the World Cup. We don't want it again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The problem is not
Taking
any
you
of
to a
us
rugby
that's representing
stadium,
us.
taking you to a rugby stadium, things like
Mhm.
that is a no-no. So the integrity of football must also start in the
and
qualification
also
stage.
I think we also use VR. This will qualifier.
Yeah, that is fine.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys for your time. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So that's that today. Very interesting conversations. 2 hours, 40 minutes, but just for Itabola. I really enjoyed the conversation and we guys also enjoyed it. God bless you. God bless Nigeria and God bless Africa. Thank you.
Gaant football. For the love of the game.